Imagine waking up tomorrow to discover that the skill you've spent years mastering, writing code, creating digital worlds line by painstaking line, has been fundamentally transformed overnight.
About the rise of AI.
Should be a wake-up call for our industry.
Artificial intelligence, it can do a lot of good.
Countless hours learning syntax, debugging errors, and crafting elegant solutions, suddenly redefined by two simple words: vibe coding. This isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. A seismic shift that's silently reshaping not just how software is built, but who gets to build it and what that means for your digital future. Welcome to AI Odyssey, where today we're exploring a technological revolution that's unfolding in real time. OpenAI, the company that brought ChatGPT into our lives, is reportedly preparing to make its biggest acquisition ever, a $3 billion deal for an AI coding assistant called Windsurf. But this isn't just another corporate acquisition. It's a massive bet on a fundamental transformation in how humans interact with technology. Think about how smartphones changed everything, taking computing from desktops to your pocket. Now imagine that same level of transformation happening to software development itself. For decades, creating software required learning specialized languages, JavaScript, Python, C++, intricate languages with specific rules and syntax. But what if you could simply describe what you want in plain English and watch as AI turns your ideas into functional code? That's vibe coding, and it might be the biggest technological democratization since the internet itself. So what exactly is happening here? OpenAI, arguably the world's most talked about AI company, is eyeing a $3 billion acquisition of Windsurf, formerly called Codeium. This would be OpenAI's most expensive acquisition ever, coming right after they've released powerful new AI models and secured a massive $40 billion in funding. To understand why this matters, we need to grasp what vibe coding actually is. The term was coined by Andrej Karpathy, one of OpenAI's co-founders. Traditional programming is precise and structured. Every semicolon and bracket must be perfectly placed. Vibe coding flips this entirely. Instead of writing code, you express your intent in natural language. The AI does the heavy lifting, generating, debugging, and implementing the code. It's like the difference between building furniture from scratch versus describing your dream couch to a master craftsman who builds it for you. Windsurf is one of the leading platforms enabling this approach, alongside competitors like Cursor, and tools like Devin. What makes Windsurf special is its focus on the entire development workflow, not just generating snippets of code. But here's what most people completely overlook. This isn't just about making coding easier for existing programmers. It's about fundamentally changing who can create software. Imagine a doctor with no coding background building a custom patient management system by simply describing how it should work. Or a teacher creating a personalized learning platform tailored exactly to their classroom needs. This isn't just a tool for developers. It's potentially an entirely new relationship between humans and software creation. So what does this mean for you personally? If you're a professional developer, the ground is shifting beneath your feet. The technical expertise that once made you valuable won't disappear overnight, but it's transforming. The most valuable skills might soon be your ability to craft the perfect prompts, to collaborate effectively with AI, and to guide these systems towards solving meaningful problems. For those who wanted to build software but found traditional coding intimidating, the barriers are falling. The question isn't, do you know Python? But rather, can you clearly explain what you want to create? But let's pause for a moment and really think about this. What happens when millions of people who couldn't previously create software suddenly can? When the bottleneck isn't technical knowledge but creativity and vision? On one hand, we might see an explosion of innovation, specialized tools built by experts in healthcare, education, science, and art, who previously couldn't translate their domain knowledge into software. On the other hand, this creates profound questions about job security for traditional programmers. Not elimination, but transformation, from writers of code to architects of solutions, prompt engineers, and AI collaborators. And what about quality and security? When code generation becomes so accessible, who ensures that the software running our lives is reliable, secure, and ethical. Industry experts are watching this potential acquisition with intense interest, recognizing it as a pivotal moment. Lisa Martin, research director at the Futurum Group, views this as a strategic move that could solidify OpenAI as a developer's best friend.
Experience. We know, Nicole, I'm sure you're like me, where you just expect that the customer experience is going to be awesome, relevant, personalized. They're going to give me what I'm looking for. They're going to understand me in a non-creepy way.
This isn't just about a new tool. It's about capturing the loyalty of creators who will shape our technological future. Mitchell Johnson from Sonatype notes that vibe coding tools like Windsurf began as outlaw tech, but are rapidly becoming foundational, similar to how open source software transformed from a fringe movement to the backbone of modern technology. Andrew Hill, CEO of Recall, sees this as a bet on vibe coding as the future of software development and predicts a productivity unlock that could accelerate innovation dramatically. He envisions developers being able to vibe through 100 ideas in a weekend, turning creativity into functional software at unprecedented speeds. But not everyone sees this as a straightforward win. Some experts raise concerns about potential vendor lock-in if Windsurf becomes too tightly integrated with OpenAI's ecosystem. The most powerful tools are those that remain flexible, working with whatever AI models best suit a developer's needs. Matt Murphy from Menlo Ventures offers perhaps the most critical perspective, suggesting this move might actually be a scramble by OpenAI to close the gap with Anthropic, whose Claude model some consider superior for coding tasks. What emerges from these expert views is clear. We're witnessing not just a business acquisition, but a strategic battle for the future of how software is created. As someone who's been closely following AI's evolution, I believe we're witnessing something genuinely transformative, perhaps the most significant shift in software creation since the rise of modern programming languages. What's most fascinating isn't just the technology itself, but how it restructures power in the digital world. For decades, the ability to create software has been a specialized skill, a form of literacy available only to those willing to invest years in technical training. This has shaped who builds our digital world and whose needs get prioritized in that process. Vibe coding doesn't just make development more efficient, it redistributes the power to create. This democratization could lead to software that better represents diverse human needs and experiences, built by the very people who understand those needs most deeply. What concerns me, though, is whether this consolidation of power in the hands of companies like OpenAI creates new gatekeepers. If a handful of organizations control the AI models that power software creation, have we truly democratized technology or simply shifted the barriers? I'm personally most excited about the potential for specialized, purpose-built software that would never have existed otherwise. The doctor who creates the perfect tool for her unique practice. The researcher who builds custom analysis software for their specific field. The educator who designs the ideal learning environment for their students. These solutions might be too niche for traditional software companies to build, but perfect for vibe coding. I'm genuinely curious about your perspective on this shift. If you're a developer watching this, how do you feel about vibe coding? Is it liberating, threatening, or something in between? For those who've never written code before, does this technology make you more likely to try building something? What would you create if the technical barriers disappeared? And perhaps most importantly, who do you think should control these powerful AI coding tools? Private companies? Open source communities? Some combination of both? Your perspective matters deeply. Share your thoughts in the comments below. The conversation about how we build our digital future is too important to leave to any single group. We stand at a fascinating intersection where artificial intelligence isn't just completing our sentences or generating our images. It's becoming our partner in creating the digital world itself. Thanks for journeying with AI Odyssey, where together we explore tomorrow's intelligence today.